Okay, welcome one and all to Step Up Bar. It's been a few months since our last episode, I believe, like back in February, maybe? Question mark on it there. On that. Yeah, today we're gonna bring to you a Gacha episode. Yeah, we're gonna be sharing what our current Gachas are, what we are looking forward to, which ones we like the most, etc., etc. Who we have today? We have me, Fujigamesh or Fuji. We have Ko. We have Strider, we have War, and we have Alex. Ryu,
Hello.
unfortunately, yeah, has some things that he has to take care of, so he will not be able to make it for today's episode. But I'm sure that he will be back for the next one. But all right, yeah, let's get to it here. So, yeah, most of us here, a little bit of background, have been playing Gacha games for multiple years at this point. Like as as the trend tends to go. We dropped more many over the years, started new ones, some of them went out of service, and that, et cetera, et
We have
cetera.
problem.
Yeah, we have problems, and a good amount of us have definitely dumped a obscene amount of money relatively speaking on it to other things we spend on into these games that we probably would not like to see like as a nice number at the end. On
What?
that there.
No, no, no.
Never. Don't pick in
Yeah,
my bank.
yeah, exactly. That it's
Says
like
you. I'm not embarrassed. I have the best account here.
I was capping, you know it.
On it. Yeah, like, as I always told everyone, like, yeah, these games are pretty much just akin to gambling, and it is always very amusing, when you look at these money choices where it's just like, oh, $60 game, that's a bit too pricey. Oh, what's this? Like maybe $300, $100 to maybe get a guaranteed row on this gacha, and I think, okay, let's sign me up. That's an idea. So yeah,
Give me
it's
that
also like,
JPEG.
Hey,
yeah,
wait for
exactly.
sales, man.
It's also that thing, where it's like,
GSSR.
people are always like, the analogy where it's like, a doctor's like, oh, you have 3%, you have a 3% chance to live after the surgery, and you're like, oh, hell no. But then you're with the gotcha, you had a 3% chance to pull it. Like, oh, that sounds like good to me. That right there. Sounds like
My
good chances
God.
to me.
I'll beat the odds every day. 3%, nothing.
Yeah, 3% is very baseline. So I guess depending on what game you're coming from, that might be really generous. It's like,
Oh, 3%. Yeah, Oh
yeah,
that's hella gosh. generous.
3% is like
Oh,
very baseline. But yeah, so it's like,
it
yeah.
is. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And
That just reminded me of the recent luck I have this week. Jesus Christ.
and all that. But anyway, yeah, let's get to it here. So let's start. I'll start myself. Start myself here. What gachas are we all playing right now? So for me, right now, the gachas I have currently been playing is Punishing Grey Raven. Obviously, that one I was pretty hyped ever since I saw this nice gameplay video of one of the bosses, Rosetta, fighting against what was the gacha character at the time, Alpha on it. I was like enamored, honestly, at the time by like the combat. I was like, oh, it's action gameplay. It looks very fast paced. Very very fun, very diverse. On that, and at the time, it didn't really seem like there was really anything like that on the market other than Honkai, which I thought was a bit too slow for my liking at times. So yeah, I've been playing that. I still play a little bit of Dokkan Battle. That's like probably the first true gacha I really stuck with on that. That's idea back when I was like, what was it? Probably like a sophomore, like junior in university. Yeah, it was like that type of deal.
Yes.
It was like back when the gacha games were really starting to like get going. That type of deal on that. And then yeah, other than that, yeah, those are the ones I'm currently playing right now. What about you, War? What games are you playing?
I play more than you do, dude.
Yeah, I balanced mine out over the years, but yeah, go ahead.
I play PGR as well. I still play FGO. What else? I'm opening on my phone right now.
Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead.
I sometimes play Dokkan, but I'm on and off again. I'm just playing it on an emulator at this point.
Mm, yeah, that's kind of
Uh,
what it is for me too. I just log in every once in a while to see if they have a nice celebration, and then maybe roll on something I like.
yeah. Uh, I I also play Project Sekai because of a certain mafia boss.
Mhm.
Uh, oh, and Grand Blue a bit, but like I'm on and off again on that one too.
That one's kind of tricky to stick with though because you really have to like commit to it on that
Oh
one
yeah, you
there.
do. You really do.
Yeah.
There's so much content. It's like, ah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
like losing track
ah,
of time when I play it. It's like,
right,
okay, I'm just.
right.
it's like I respect that it's a good game, but it's a bit too time investment for me.
It's so much. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I only played it because of the Gintama collab.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
what draws everyone into Gintama, the collabs with the other animes. That's what gets them in.
Yeah, I think that's about it for me.
What about you, Alex? Any gachas you've been playing?
Only two. I play like you. I'm playing Punishing Gray Raven and Honkai Impact.
Oh, nice. Like, it sounds like you've been sticking with it. How are you doing in it so far? Yeah.
I have spent way too much time on that game.
Are
Like
you playing on
I
PC or
play.
mobile?
I'm playing on PC.
Ah,
I was on
It's
mobile,
definitely
but
the
I
better
had way too much
experience.
is
things.
it?
Yeah,
I mean, technically it is, but for me, when I played it, it feels really clunky. I don't know if they fixed
it
Oh,
it.
on
does.
the
Like it's
PC
very
one?
Yeah, on
laggy.
the PC, on
Oh,
PC.
oh, dang.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of frame drops for me. It's like
Oh,
not very
wow.
polished.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I felt like
Uh,
I felt like mine was relatively smooth, but to be fair, I maybe only logged in like 2 total hours on it, so it's like so it probably didn't really make too much of an impression on me at the time. And then,
Really?
yeah.
Like when I first got into like I think the tutorial, and I was like, it's so clunky. Oh god.
I think
Uh,
the
I
thing that threw me off is just what they set for your like your default controls for some of the stuff like dodge is
Mm.
like J or something like that. I don't really
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
It was
Even
like
like
yeah.
even for me, like when I set the keybinds to what I like, it's like no, it's no, just no. I'm done.
probably early game. They probably fix that like later updates. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a little better right now because I
Mm,
made it. I made one lot, a lot better than the original.
mm-hmm,
And it sucks because like for some reason controller doesn't work for me.
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that
So I'm playing on
sucks.
keyboard. I forgot what I was gonna say about the game.
Is it like a
No,
big
yeah,
solid?
I could. The reason I'm on PC was because the fucking memory's so high, and it
Uh-huh.
just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
4 or
I
5
mean,
gigs on the mobile or something like that, isn't it? Or something like that crazy.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, they're at like the 6 point something update right now.
yeah, they're adding like full blown like areas that like for like Getch and stuff, but like double that.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I don't think
Well,
my PS4 could handle it anymore once we get to like 4.0 or 5.0 in Genshin.
yeah, that's the two games I've been playing. I wasn't expecting to stick with Honkai,
Mm-hmm.
but I just got attached to the gameplay and the
Mm-hmm.
characters, and now I'm basically at the end of the story.
Oh,
And the only good
nice.
thing about Honkai is that that story is good. I heard.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. A little
Mm-hmm.
quick, a little fast paced. It doesn't stick around enough, but like, hey, pretty
I
decent.
knew like a person that's like he has some very eccentric tastes or that's the idea, but yeah, he's like I think it's like maybe it's not necessarily in the game right now, but I think it's like Honkai Impact story is like coming to an end or something like that, or getting kind of
Yeah,
close-ish.
it
Yeah.
is
Oh,
over right now. As of right now, it is over.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
Yeah. So
moving
like,
on to part
yeah,
two.
like, so he was like outraged that Star Rail basically kind of serves as like some type of sequel to it and all that
It
type of
does.
deal.
Then it makes sense though.
hmm
I mean,
It's
it has the Honkai name.
Right? Right?
mhm.
Makes sense.
It's there's like two timelines we're working with because there's in
Mm,
Honkai there's an
mm-hmm.
epilogue that
Mm-hmm.
appeared before the ending like a long like years ago. So we already know the end of the story. We just need
Mm-hmm.
to get there. That
Ah,
was
okay.
going on. So that epilogue goes into Honkai Starwell,
Mm.
and that's because
Ah.
Oh, that's cool.
there's a character called the Welt. You will see
Mm-hmm.
him. He's like the handsome older gentleman with the cane. If you see the
Oh,
trailer,
okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
his
yeah.
gameplay. He
yeah,
brings out a black hole, I guess, from his
yeah,
like ult.
he's the only official Honkai Impact character that's in the and that's part of the game.
He kind of
All the other
figured because
characters
I
are
heard somebody mention it.
yeah.
Well,
That's what I've
isn't
been told.
Yeah,
So
he has glasses, Cole.
yeah,
but
no, I'm like I just remember like isn't that Watanabe? I was just like because you haven't seen Fouye, right?
I think so.
That's
Right?
Shotaro.
Shotaro, yeah. I was like, hold on. I remember that name somewhere. Sorry.
On the Google. I
Yeah,
guess I have to
I'll
Google.
Google that later. I'll
Wait,
Google
wait.
it
So
later.
I'm just making sure I follow. So does the epilogue, does that so where does that place Star Rail? Is it actually after Impact or is it before Impact? I guess.
After Impact, the story is Welt. It's like he's like a scientist and stuff. He like investigates the space, and he found like a weird signature, which is the train you're in, and then he goes there and investigates, and that's why he's there.
Ah, okay.
And but like if you see like characters like Himiko or like Ronya, those are completely new characters. Just they look the same and share the same name, but they're not from the Honkai Impact.
Okay,
Only Welt
yeah.
is. So
Okay. That's actually interesting to hear then.
All
Mhm.
good.
Alright. What about you, Cole? What gachas are you currently playing right now?
Okay. A lot more. It seems like I'm playing a lot more than you guys.
Ooh.
And I'm the one who's dying.
Says the Otome nerd.
I don't even play that many Otome gachas. They're not that many either.
Says oh, gee, I wonder why.
Oh, oh, we're not going there yet.
Yeah, because it doesn't come out yet.
Yeah. So I've been playing Big Grand Order. More on and off than anything, but I do play that. Like War, I play Project Sekai or Pro Sekai. I've been playing, let's see, Obey and Disney Twisted Wonderland, Genshin Impact, and Punishing
Sometimes
Great Ravens.
sometimes I keep forgetting I still play Genshin.
Right.
No.
I just like for Genshin, I just like log in, do dailies, and I'm done. That's it.
The
I mean,
good old
that's a-
casual experience.
Yeah.
I mean, soon enough, we are gonna drop it anyways.
Oh.
Thank God I did not spend money on that game. That's
I
all I'm
did.
gonna say.
I did just recently just to get Shenna, and I regret it
Oh,
ever since.
Oh my God.
That's a combination that will always stay in gachas. Spending and regret right there.
Yeah,
I
mean,
regret giving Hoyo my fucking money. I'd rather give it to Kuro at this point.
yeah, like for Genshin, one of my friends and also one of my members, he gave me Welkins twice. Gave me money for Welkins twice, and I'm like, this is not my money. But you're down like, yeah, this is not my money. You're giving me my your hard-earned cash to spend for a game company that is questionable.
It's because the both times I think he wanted you to get child, and then the second time.
Because I wanted to get Tata. But I'm
And then,
like,
and then the second time, I think it was because of Nahida, I believe, or was it Alhita?
oh no, it was Scaramouche.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Scaramouche. Yeah,
didn't
Tata
get
did come
him?
home. Scaramouche didn't, but he's gonna get a rerun sometime in the future.
Possibly later this year.
Yeah.
Unlike Eula. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
It is yeah, even I who don't really follow the game at all really nowadays have heard that she hasn't really gotten like a rerun at all or something like that since her initial banner or something.
It's been like what 11 patches since.
It's been
Yeah.
15 months, man.
Yeah.
15 months.
Goodness, yeah. But yeah, I hope you continue to manage your current gachas, Ko, and also the future ones that you may be playing as well.
So far, like I play really casually for majority of my gachas, thank God. So it's pretty easy to maintain. It's just like I guess half an hour time of my day, and then I'm done.
It's a casual game. Huh.
Hmm?
When it comes to events, it's not.
Events have priority because they have a time limit.
No, they don't. They never slow down on events. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, no, but you can finish the events really quickly.
I guess.
Yeah.
You're not doing co-op, which I barely even do co-op anymore.
Even without co-op, you can still finish it really quickly.
Yeah, because you have to get the right amount of characters or something.
Yeah, you
like
just
that.
need the right percentage, and then you're good.
I'm at 267 right now.
For the current one.
Because I pulled a double whammy, remember?
All right. Yeah, which is weird. I mean, nobody, only me and a war play like Pro Sekai, but so usually for events, there's always like two warfares that you can get. One is a 2-star and one is a 3-star. 3-star is like the equivalent of a 4-star, and then 2 stars are like equivalent to a 3-star. For anyone that's curious. But this event was like there's only a 3-star, right?
It was Nene.
Is it Nene?
It is Nene.
Okay, I don't remember. But yeah, I was just like, huh, that's a first.
I mean, they can't do Rin or Len because they're already five. They announced the 4-star versions of them. So I guess.
But they mentioned that like was it Enna? Enna was going to be like 4-star back to back.
Yeah. Yep. And I didn't get her. Got her
Oh.
other. I got her. I got her last patch version.
Oh.
That is
Never
utterly
left.
tragic.
Yeah, it's fine.
But all right. And last but not least, Strider. Any gachas you're currently playing at the moment? Yeah.
No, that's why I have time to edit stuff.
Oh,
It's a
I mean,
free
I guess in a
man.
way he did. He's a free man. He got back all his time.
That's why in 1 week I was able to edit 2 videos out.
Hey, nice.
That
Yeah,
is true. Like those gachas do add up in time.
They
Just like
do.
time
They do.
you play. Yeah.
they're time consuming. Yeah.
Unless
Uh,
you make it into content.
Strider is like is the only one freed from the gambling addiction right now.
Quite a lot of gotchas just to be an editor.
I only quit like 2.
Okay,
Fine.
One of them barely counts.
fair enough.
Uh, well, either way, Strider, that leads to our next question then. What gachas, if any, are you actually looking forward to, or at least maybe one to try? You know
None of them.
that.
I'm not
You're
joking. I don't look at any gachas I want to try. The only ones I sign up for are the ones where Fuji's talking about. I'm like, this seems stupid. I'm not gonna get it, but I'll try out with the pre-beta, the open beta or whatever.
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
Speaking of which, this is like it is kind of I guess going off of that. Yeah. So like some of the ones I'm looking forward to right now that are coming out in the nearest future. I do actually want to play Star Rail maybe because it's turn based on that there. I know it looks
Mhm.
kind of. I guess like maybe the actual movement, like open the world like moving. I guess in the world is like open world. Maybe I think I couldn't tell. I didn't really look at much
It
gameplay.
is open world,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
at the same time, it's turn based. Once
Yeah,
you
so it's
enter
like
battle.
maybe I might be able to handle that then because that type of deal. But it's like yes, I'm gonna probably give Star Rail a try. This other game that I was looking into called Project Snow, which later became Snow Break Containment Protocol or something like that. It's a third
Necessity.
yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's like Snow Break something. I don't. They changed it to like a fancier-ish name. It's basically a third-person shooter gacha, that type of deal. Which looked kind of nice and on that it's action oriented too as well. So I was like, it looks kind of nice. Like I'll give it a try. And I heard like some people in the Gacha gaming subreddit talk a bit about it. And leading to what Strider said, um, like the funny thing is like me and him both applied to take part in the Pioneer test, whatever. And if you to take part in it, you have to like hope first of all that they reach out to you, and then second of all, you have to sign an NDA with them to basically just be like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk a bit about the stuff I've seen in the game and stream and whatnot, that type of deal. And they're actually go a bit, yeah. I mean, maybe you could say like the stand for NDAs, which is kind of true, but for a gacha game, it's my first experience where they're like that. That type of deal. They're like, yeah, we're gonna send you this NDA form, and then you gotta share your real name and some type of proof or something like that with us in order
That's
to like
weird.
yeah, yeah, in order to like to for us to send you a link to try out the Pioneer beta or whatever. So yeah, like so I think they were releasing invites a couple weeks ago,
Mhm.
and and yeah, Strider. Well, not a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago. That. So Strider and I were both got in. That type of idea. Well, not got in. We both applied. So we were waiting to see if it was in our spam box, but it wasn't. So I was like, oh, maybe that was for the best. We didn't have to like be like, oh, do I really want to sign this NDA thing where it's like I have to I have to share my real name with them or something like that. I guess like they were being very serious about it there, but it was
Mhm.
like yeah, but then as you would as like luck would have it, I actually received my invite today in the morning
Oh,
and all that
nice.
type of a deal. So
Congrats.
now, so I looked at the NDA and it's basically just stuff like we're gonna have like stuff we're gonna put characters and other things and mechanics into the game, and if you like agree to this, you can't share it or tell anyone because it's confidential information. They're like, yeah, you can't. And basically, they're just saying don't leak stuff because basically in a nutshell, that's what they were saying.
Mhm.
Don't leak stuff because they have their own Twitter. Then it's just basically like, yeah, what we have in the game may not have been post it on Twitter at all. So so you don't share it. That type of deal. On that. And then they wanted to for me to provide they wanted me to print out the form and basically sign my name to it. And then they're like, "Yeah, this is voluntary though. Like, if you could just choose not to take part in it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not sure if I actually want to. This NDA stuff is like maybe I can kind of understand it, but it's like, do I really want to sign NDA to play this to play this gacha game, even find interest?" I was like, maybe not. That's a big deal. On that. Yeah. It's like maybe not. So like, I don't know. Right now, I have the choice. I think they close the actual applications or whatever on the 8th or something. So I have time to think on it. But at the same time, I was like, man, it's all a hassle to play a pioneer test that in the end maybe I just won't like it in the end. That's a deal. And it's like, yeah, yeah. So but yeah, that's my little tangent there. But yeah. I guess it's just more like I'm just surprised in a way that is like, they're being very uh very
Protective.
yeah, protective of it. Yeah, yeah, of like this game. Like that's how it is. It's the first time I've seen a gacha where they were very NDA heavy on it. That's a deal. Like I'm sure, if you were like, a paid promoter or something like that, what influencer or whatever, then they probably had something similar. But just for a general test that anyone could probably apply to, I was a bit surprised on that there. But yeah, enough about that though. Alex, you have any gachas that you are probably going to be playing in the near future-ish on it? You think?
As mentioned before, Honkai, Starwell,
Hmm.
Mhm.
and I forgot, like, what's it called? The open world PGR game.
Oh, Wuthering
Hidden
Waves. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I'm
that's a good
looking
one.
for that one.
So we call it Wuwa now.
Oh, that's such a
Wuwa.
weird abbreviation. That's there.
It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, it's kind of
It does start. Yeah, I won't deny that. It's very cutesy for a post-apocalyptic game.
Hey, are you
Right.
playing the Wuwa?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah. How are your
Yes, I'm
pulls in Wuwa today? Or something like that. It's like,
I'm gonna grind on the Wuwa.
yeah,
I
exactly.
gotta grab it Wuwa right now. BRB.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's such a goofy acronym that came up with there. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
love
I
that.
forgot that. Yeah, I'll probably give it a try too, but because it's full open world action, is like that. I feel like that might be a little bit overwhelming for me, time investment wise. But I love PGR. I definitely want to at least give this a try for sure too. Yeah.
Kuro, you gotta support everything Kuro.
I think they said what was it? They're expected to release it late this year or something like that.
Oh, really?
I think so, but I don't know. I think I
Ooh.
saw a teeny bit of news about it. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I didn't.
Mhm.
Maybe I just imagined it. Yeah, but I felt like I saw something where they're trying to get it at
Ooh,
the end of the
Fuji
year.
started rumors.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm trying. What if I'm like a secret, like Curl Games hype man? They're like, oh, nudge him in the direction here. Try to build some silent hype here. That type of
Sponsor
deal.
us.
Yeah, yeah, just
That's
make
suck
it
your
seem kind of
dick.
discreet on that there.
Sponsor us, Kuro. We love PGR. Just free codes.
Yeah. But yeah, Alex, it sounds like you and I have similar aspirations,
Mhm.
yeah, in terms of what we want to play. Yeah. What about you, War? What are you probably gonna look forward to playing?
Mostly Star Run, Wuwa.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably the dominant ones, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mostly dumb.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the other big profile ones, I guess, are like so far just kind of like undetermined when they're coming out. Yeah, that's a
I
deal.
did sign up for the beta, so I'm waiting on that.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, that is true. And what about you, Cole? Is same for you?
Yeah, those two definitely, and what's it? Obey Me, Nightbringer. That's just for me.
Well, oh, is that the sequel or something like that, or whatever?
It is. They advertise it not to be a sequel, but it turns out it is going to be a sequel, which I'm not surprised. Uh,
It better be a Dark Star. Be disappointed.
I want a Dark Story because I was talking to War about it, how like the original Obey Me is like very tame in comparison.
False
Because like
advertisement. I
yeah,
tell you.
they were advertising it to be like kind of is it
Today.
more mature, but it turns out it's just like rated teens.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
mature up
Right.
there.
Yeah, I'm so
Right.
mature. We're just holding hands. That's it. We're not doing anything sexual.
Isn't the
and well,
style for this one different too? The new one or whatever?
yeah, it's like so for the original Obami, it's like 2D sprites, like yeah,
Hmm.
and then the Nightbringer, which is the sequel, it's gonna be using 3D models, I
Ooh.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah, get to
What would
admire
be
their
the gameplay
bodies.
for that game?
Oh, even though the 3D models kind of look sad, honestly, from what I'm seeing. At
Like
least they
poor
like
quality or
screenshots.
like what?
Yeah, yeah. It
Is
was
it
kind of like,
Gmod models bad?
oh, I, man, I don't know how to describe it. It just looks sad.
Give them a screenshot of it.
The only screenshots is like the ones they're like advertising on like Google Play and Apple Store. Yeah, the Apple App Store. And they look kind of like, I don't know, you can kind of see like a bit of pixelations in some of them. And I'm like,
Oh, they're like,
that's not good.
Oh, they're the low quality polygon stuff.
Mm,
oh god.
yeah, I have like saw on Twitter that they were like, it kind of looks like Sims. I'm like, I don't play Sims. I don't know how they look.
I'm gonna play The Sims now, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Sims is definitely like a Toad started this, but yeah, The Sims is like one of those franchise games where like I just don't touch them for like a year or two. Then I call it, then I feel the aching to actually play it, so I just binge for a week. And then after that, it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, don't touch them again.
It's that 1 week of playing The Sims and you're just like, man, this is so fun. After a week, you come back and say, this is so boring.
I always quit before like at the point where like I should probably my character should probably start a family because I don't want to take care of all the kids and whatnot. That type of deal. You know that you have to manage all these people in your household. Why can't I just do like single player Sims? That type of deal. You know that, yeah.
I
That's a,
committed to do
yeah, that's
adultery in The Sims.
but yeah. So like yeah, that's why I like it. That's normally where I like it. Where it just kind of stops right there for me. Uh, But all right, anyway, yeah, origin stories now here. Yeah, what? Yeah, I know. What? Yeah, what got us into playing gachas? War, go ahead, you start. What got you into the gacha realm? I don't know.
I think it was around the time I got my iPhone. I was browsing for games to play, so I did play like a bootleg fairy tale gacha, I think.
Ooh, oh, like one of the ones that was like made by like one of those Asian devs that just stole assets or something like that, and just
Basically that, and
yeah.
then it was like all in like Chinese. I'm like, oh god, okay, I get it.
Did he like recolor some of the sprites to try to make it look kind of different? And on
Oh, it's
that,
like a fucking, basically like a fucking card game. Then after, I was like, I got bored with it, and I deleted it, and then I found Dokkan. So I was like, oh wait, I'm a DBZ fan, I could download it. Played it ever since, and I like, as the years gone by, I just been on and off of it. FGO, just found out as the one where as Dokkan went on maintenance, and I found you guys. The end.
I mean, that's a nice story there. What about you,
Man,
Strider? What got you into gachas initially?
So I think we answered this question before, but again, the game that got me into gachas was Age of Ishtaria.
Oh, I did recall that
Yeah,
actually.
a
Yeah, yeah.
really old
yeah.
gacha game.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I found it. I was probably just scrolling a lot of free-to-play games, and I saw that. I'm like, I have nothing to do. Let's play it. This is like very early gacha stuff. This is like maybe middle school for me. Like it was
Jesus
out
Christ.
like really long ago.
So like 2012, 2011?
Yeah, it was out really
Maybe
long.
around that. Yeah, I remember I played it in like my junior year or so. That type of deal, and it was already out for like a couple years roughly at that
Yeah,
point.
like it
Yeah.
was out for a
Yeah.
while, and then after that, I dropped gacha games for a couple years, and then I knew FGO existed, but I didn't want to download it because I knew it was a gacha game, and I'm like, after my experience with gacha, it's pretty shit. And then it was like near Christmas time. I was like, fuck it, I got nothing to do. I've been watching like Fate stuff lately, so time to download FGO. The most hilarious thing happened when I downloaded it. I literally did the tutorial battle, and then the game went on maintenance. Because the first Christmas event just ended.
Uh, Man, game sucks, doesn't work.
Yeah, and
There.
I was like, I'm not gonna be able to play this till like 4 in the morning. Again, I'm like, what the fuck? The
Oh,
FG
those states where you have to wait until the
yeah.
morning.
Yeah, I'm
Just
like, bruh, FGO, worst impression ever as a game.
Oh, that's great. I love it. Alex, what got you into the gacha realm for you?
Looking at my purchase history, apparently a Yakashi Ghost Guild.
Oh, and I heard of that one.
Oh,
I
that
heard of
one.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I played it, but I have seen that around. Yeah.
Like I'm looking at it in my list, and I'm like, shit, I don't remember any of these.
I think it shut down like a long time
Yeah, it
ago.
does.
Yeah, I
I
think it was.
think
Yeah, I do recall that.
I played that right next to Terra Battle and Train, not Train, Chain Chronicles.
Oh, I remember those games. Yeah, they were
Mhm.
Square. I know. Terra Battle was Square Enix, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I was looking at the list, I think I was looking for RPGs on my phone, and then I just found. I think I didn't even know what gachas were. I just played them.
Yeah.
I think I'm similar to War, where I'm just like I got an Apple phone, and I'm like,
A
download
bunch of
game.
free to play games.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we broke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have much like memories of these because these are like old. These are back to like 2014.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That was like when they were definitely starting to take off for sure.
yep.
Yeah, it's funny looking back on it. That's back when like the Apple Store was like the old West, where everyone's just trying to
The cash
make
grab.
as much
Yeah.
yeah, make as much money as they can.
Back when Candy Crush was dominant.
Bro, Flappy Bird was out during that time. That shit was like
Yeah, that
the
was like
most
that.
played game ever.
That
Oh my
was a
god, yeah.
prime. That was a prime time, like to really kick off the mobile gaming that market
Mhm.
there.
Even Angry
Yeah.
Birds was popular by then.
Hmm.
I think like I think I enjoyed the story for Ghost Guild because I remember it fondly. At least what I have of it.
Hmm.
I think you're like a detective with like a ghost partner, which I think was pretty neat. I think that's why I stuck with it for a little bit. And then Frank Grand Order happened, and
Ah.
it just went downhill.
Yeah.
Your experience took a plummet there. Took a nosedive.
FGO was downhill for quite a while. Okay.
Mhm.
I went there from like taking weed to meth.
FGO is meth. What the fuck?
I mean,
Have you
I guess
seen
that's
what FGO does? How much random content it has available?
I mean, they tried to do a lot of collabs. So whatever.
Mhm.
Funny, I'm looking at the list, and I'm like, I've done a lot of gotcha games before Frank Grand Order. There's Devil Maker Tokyo,
Oh, I played that
Val-
one. I liked that one a lot, actually. It was one of my first
mm,
ones. I loved the art,
Va-
and it ended it shut down just so shortly afterwards, unfortunately.
mm, Valkyrie Crusade, apparently,
Oh, I think I know that
and
one. Yeah,
yeah. I don't know why I downloaded these games. Maybe because like a cute anime character was on it.
that was why I
Maybe.
downloaded that.
I mean, Agent Ishtaria was just like, hey, anime girls.
Yeah, I
Downloaded,
love
got a
the art
big
in
titty
Devil
anime
Maker.
girl. I was like, bonus.
Uh,
And
what I liked about Ishtaria was just that, like, it actually had a social system of sorts. That was like kind of cool too. And you could trade. You could trade in there. That there's like an actual public marketplace where you can trade some of your gacha units with other people and stuff. That.
I wish
and
FGO did that.
they're right there. Mystic Messenger and Fake Grand Order. Yeah,
Oh,
that's my that's how. I don't even know
yeah,
how I got into gacha. I just did.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like there are a fair number of people probably that's kind of similar to how they got into it. They just unknowingly did, and then all of a sudden they're just diving down the rabbit hole before they knew it. Yeah, yeah. For me, it was like yeah, like Strider shared with his. Like, for me, I remember like my first memory of really foraying into Gacha was just like my roommate at the time. He was a big One Piece fan, so when One Piece Treasure Cruise came out in the West, like that, he was like imploring me to like play the film. So I was like, okay, I'll do that, and that type of deal. I did it. That type of deal. So like, yeah, we were playing it for a while, and I actually enjoyed it. And on that, and I think it's even still ongoing now. It's almost just as old as Dokkan at this point. And on that type of deal. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I played it for a while, but like since I wasn't as big of a One Piece fan as him, and he eventually stopped playing, I stopped playing too. And then I was like, I think one day, like I remember I was at the library or something like that at the uni library, and I was just scrolling for Gacha games, and like War did, I found Dokkan. So I was like, oh hey, I like Dragon Ball, why not give it a shot? That's how idea. So like downloaded it, and then I ended up like just sticking with it for quite a while. I also played some other ones here and there. Devil Maker Tokyo, I really enjoyed, but I didn't stick to. I don't know, but I did remember like thinking the art was really cool. And then Age of Ishtaria, I also played a good amount of too because it had a it was kind of funny with that game because for a while I never understood how the battle system truly worked on that type of deal because they had all these like different types and then you're supposed to chain them together and whatnot to do like certain combinations and then how the skills work. But eventually I kind of figured it out during one of my returns to it. Got into a guild that was actually kind of active and chatted a bit with some people in there. Then after that, it was like, yeah. Eventually, I end up just like, yeah, finding out about FGO through this Indonesian MMO friend that I played with. That's how I deal. Like he showed it to me, so I tried the JP version of it back when Gilgamesh had his very first animations. So his like
Oh,
yeah yeah his Noah Phantasm did the Dean Stay Night version. That type of deal. Yeah, that was like what. So he didn't have like like I don't even remember like what the
second
NA
one,
launch version looked like. That's
the
how idea.
the,
Well,
the
wait, no,
second
NA
one.
launch version was basically the same as the one it is now. He just didn't have that close up face of him blowing
Yep,
up people. Yeah.
yep, that's the one.
Yeah, yeah. Because yeah, but yeah, they had the Dean stay. Yeah, they had the Dean. Yeah, like at the time they had the Dean stay night, like Gilgamesh animation. So it's he just does that big thrust and then that's it. That type of deal. You know,
I
you know,
saw. I remember. I saw Emiya's like old sprite. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's so bad.
yeah, yeah. Like I don't think I lasted more than like maybe like only a couple weeks because I found out that I hated like constantly like how basically I had to have like the Japanese FGO wiki up every time to understand what the heck these units even do or what their like essences do and whatnot, that type of deal. So it's like their craft essences. So it's like yeah, and then I was like I don't want to constantly have to look up stuff just to like play the game. So it's like so yeah. So I dropped it, but then when it was announced it was coming out to the West, that was when I really got into it. Then and then yeah, from there on, that was where like yeah, the rest of the gashes started to kind of just flow in. What about you, Ko? How did your journey begin? What's your origin story?
Okay, I might have mentioned this. I don't know if it's on or off record. Probably off. But the first gacha I ever played was Puzzle and Dragons. Dad?
Oh, right, right, the grandpa
Yeah.
of them all.
The
Yeah.
grandpa. This is one of my friends introduced me to it because I think at the time I was just playing a lot of like visual novels or RPGs. And yeah, so my friend got me into it. I wasn't really at that into it, but it was just like there's a lot of collabs, and I guess that's just intrigued me because they have a collab for everything.
Sounds like another certain gotcha that was on and off.
Yeah, it was pretty much an on and off gotcha, but I mean it's kind of casual too because it's basically like a match free, but you
Yeah.
have monsters.
Yeah, yeah, monsters. They battle other monsters and do damage. That's a big
Yeah,
deal,
yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty much it. You can get monsters, dragons, and deities, and but you have to basically do a match for to do damage.
Yeah. I did
Yeah.
actually like some of the gachas did something similar, like what was it, Crash Fever, I think, or whatever had something similar like that
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And then I think then yeah, I was on and off playing it. I didn't care too much about it. Then I think FGO JP came about, and I was like, oh, I don't remember how I found the GP version, but I was like, oh, I like Fate. I like Fate stuff. I just downloaded it, I guess. And it was on JP. It was like I think Oh no, yeah, I did played it on day one. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh.
So 2015.
Yeah, so I played it on day one. I like I don't remember much about it. I think I just blanked out.
And you
And
said
I
you
did.
said you
Yeah.
said you had Musashi on your old account before it was lost.
No, I don't. No, I don't have Musashi. I had Latori. Yeah,
My
Latoria
wife.
Altar. Yeah, I have
Nice,
Latoria
nice.
and who I don't remember what other characters, but I do remember having Latoria. But I lost that account, and when I tried to
soul
recover it,
hurts.
I couldn't. I
My soul
couldn't recover
hurts.
it.
My soul hurts now when you said you lost the
I know. I was trying to recover it too, and I had to type everything in Japanese to send an email, and it was like, "Oh, sorry, we can't recover it." And I'm like, "Bitch."
Yeah,
You
know,
have
you
a
could start a new one and fork up more money. You know that there. It's
I don't think
can
it's
have
even allowed now because don't they like? I think they would IP ban you or something.
oh really?
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They updated it.
Yeah.
No more gaijins could play Japanese. That's what I'm hearing. It's like,
You can play it. You just can't spend money.
oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
right. It's probably it was those like okay, it was that payment method changed
Yeah.
a long time
Yeah. Yeah.
ago. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
from the Razor Ninjas controversy. Motherfucker.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. I'm trying to remember there. Oh yeah. I think there was one more game that I also played during while I was playing FGO GP was on Omyoji.
Oh, I actually remember that one. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I played the MOBA version of OPLG.
Yeah. Because the mobile came first, then the PC. If I
No,
remember right.
I know he meant MOBA, like
The
League of Legends
MOBA.
ish.
Oh,
Yeah,
what was yeah. Oh.
It had
Oh,
one.
that one really?
Yeah, I played it with my brother. It was like so bad.
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I did
played
try that
OG.
myself just for curious. Yeah, but it wasn't
Yeah.
that good. Yeah. I did like the actual Amyoji game. That was actually
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah,
The
that was
OG
actually
was good. Until like the power creep started happening.
yeah the power creep and then they got very stingy with their currencies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's
I
like,
think they fixed the currency a bit, but it was still pretty hard to get like SSRs and
yeah,
URs and stuff like that.
yeah. Like they were already kind of strict of it earlier, but once they started like pumping at the banners, it got kind of impossible.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting story there. Yeah, like I do like hearing all these like old gachas from the past. I was like, oh right, that was around during that time. Yeah. All right. Next question here. All right. So, in your opinion, what it was for you? I guess like the best your I guess this could also tie into favorite. And what what do you think? What Gacha game is the best Gacha game for, in your opinion, or at least your most favorite one or memorable one? I guess for that matter. Let's start with you, Ko. We go leading up to the last one. Yeah.
Oh. I don't think
Put
I
her on the
have.
spot.
No, I don't know. It's like I don't think I have a favorite. Like,
Mhm.
cause
They're
like,
all pretty bad.
yeah, like they're all either like they're all either really good or like some of them are just god awful. Some of them are mediocre, of course, but like I don't have anything that I would like put on a pedestal. I mean, the longest one I have kept is like FGO, but I don't think that's a masterpiece.
That's not a pinnacle of gacha
No,
games. That is
that's not. It's
that's
not. It's just
pretty
there.
low.
Oh, Gacha game design. Everyone should be falling off of it.
It is the
Just
pinnacle
that
of
is-
money making for gacha games,
It is.
but it
I mean,
refuses
it
to
is,
die.
but she doesn't spend much unless it's GSSR over there.
Like I didn't even spend GSSR until recently, and I've been like free to play for the entire duration of my like gacha playing.
I think you started doing GSSR during like second anniversary. I think I don't know.
Because you guys are paying for it.
We let pay for it, and then you started paying for yourself one time, I believe.
Yeah, I had to cover because I had to cover up a bit because you guys were paying. You guys were paying American, but I'm Canadian, so I had to convert it, and you guys paid less than what I needed.
Oh no, the American smackaroos weren't
Yeah,
enough.
Damn you, Canada!
Damn you, America, for your exchange rates!
It's not our fault. It's your fault for being
No,
too
it's your fault for
pricey.
printing your money. Damn it!
No, it's the
Look at
Canadian
us for
way's fault.
ungrateful for receiving donations here. You know?
Yeah, I'm
Pay me
telling you
more,
now.
damn it!
Oh, there's no shit, no
No
shame.
shame.
Oh shit! She wants her
Joking,
more.
joking. Oh my god.
She's
That-
not joking.
Is that a joke? She wants more money. Fork it over,
Here's
guys.
10 rupees.
She wants more money for that
Sponsor me!
piano.
Sponsors, please.
Cancel this woman.
Oh, God. She wants more money for that piano.
I mean,
Get her prices back on me tie somehow.
it's only 3K, right?
Only.
Only she says. It's retune your old piano. Duh.
What about you, or you have any gachas that you find are probably for you the best gacha game you've played, or the most memorable, or along those lines? Yeah.
Oh no. To be honest, I'm gonna just gotta go with recency bias and just say PGR and call it a day right there.
Yeah, I can respect that choice there. On that Strider, you have anything that you thought was for you the best one? Yeah, at the time.
Yes, it was the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia.
Oh.
Oh,
What made you? What made it stand out for you?
What made it stand out was how many 5 stars I was getting every roll.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's good. I feel
That
that. I
is
feel
very,
that.
Fucking
it is a
love
very
it.
different
The
game.
instant you drop FGO to play any other gacha game, you see 5 stars flying at your face in your dreams. Unless it was
Man.
Genshin Impact, and that one took like a million rolls.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the
yeah.
Genshin Impact with the pity system is bullshit on that one.
The rates are even lower than FGO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
And
but it's
people
so
were
big.
happy with it. I was like, bro, how can you be happy? It's worse than FGO, like the lowest gacha game, like drop
No,
system.
It's not just the regular summoning system in the Genshin. It's the fucking weapons gotcha that was bad.
It's a scam.
It's just the game
It's
in
always
general.
been a scam.
The game in general is a scam. Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck Hoyo. I said it on the record.
There goes your sponsorship.
It's why the
rather
sponsorship sucks anyway.
I'd rather be sponsored by Kuro Games than fucking Hoyo, dude.
Watch him drop this 10K on us.
10K Mora, that is, or Genshin
Yeah.
They're just gonna give us 100. They're just gonna give us a free 10 pull if we get sponsored by them.
Oh my god, no. I mean, I can see it happen, but
On a
no.
pre-selected banner.
Ah,
Just to
Genshin.
be clear, I'm not with these people. I will sell out immediately.
Motherfucker,
for a 10 pull, really?
that's
I'll
slow
do it.
even for you, dude.
Alex is like, that saves me $30 of premium currency. It's like,
It cost me 40 bushes for Shinha, and I regret it.
Genshin, make that 50 rolls. I'll come back and play the game again.
Right?
You didn't miss much.
Don't worry.
No, not 50, not 50. Make it 90. So we actually hit pity.
Just lower the pity system so we can just get the 5-star faster.
These guys don't have Eula. I have Eula. It's okay.
Damn you! What the fuck? I don't have her weapon. I've had to pay for a pass for a weapon for her.
Ah, easy. Eula just came to me like it was nothing.
Oh my god.
Genshin, 50 rolls. I'll come back.
She
Rose,
came in like a day after I turned 21, and I was still pissed with her.
So for what it's worth, though, the city one is actually a pretty good gacha.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
like I do like how like it has a very cooperative element to it, and like it's rather generous, and the characters do play differently. That it's always like, yeah, I definitely enjoyed the city for sure. For me, yeah, like probably the best or most memorable one for me. Probably the most memorable one for me is actually FGO, just simply because I met a lot of you through that. That type of deal, not yeah, that type of deal. Like, and that was kind of what really got what my community started, like really got it kind of rolling in any way. That type of deal. It's probably the most memorable to me. It also was like just it was kind of amusing just hanging out with Tyler and Avu, basically just like and have like rose sessions or like just lottery grinding FGO anime nights or something like that. Where we're like they're coming like because we had a couple of those where like basically Tyler and Avu would just come over to like the apartment that me and my now housemate were at, and we would just like boot up some anime and it just played through the lottery event and then chat there that time, that. But yeah, so that's probably the most memorable one. Probably the one that I think for me has been the best one that I played so far is on a pure gameplay standpoint, it'd probably be PGR. And I think that's the only other game besides like Dokkan and I guess maybe you could say Dissidia or FGO that like I actually spent more than a year consistently playing on that to an extent, and still still going pretty strong with it now. Though the past few months being busy with IRL events has maybe fall behind some of the events a bit than I would have liked. But I still like very much love the game. Love the gameplay and all that, and just absolutely love the characters. And we're in the game too. We're hitting the Generation 2 units as well. So all of them are like extremely hype and on that. I'm definitely looking forward to the next few months of the characters in
Cough,
the game.
cough, cough. No one.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, that's like yeah, that's probably yeah, where yeah, for me those are probably my most memorable slash best gashas. Alex, what about you? You got any?
It would probably be Punishing Gray Raven. I think highly of the game. I like the gameplay a lot. Even the simple characters, they're very well done. I really like the story. A lot of the characters are simple, but they grow as the story goes on. It's really, especially when the last game I played was freaking Fate Grand Order, and when the frustration of like the stories that the stories are very complicated with characters that like you know it next, which is like fine because like it's meant to be like an enclosed storyline, but like the main character doesn't really grow. They only elaborate towards the second half of the story is kind of a little bit. They finally like acknowledge he exists. Unlike in PGR, the commandant is very he has a character. He constantly interacts with all his units. He talks to them. He wants to get to know them. There's points where he himself or like she are fully having conversation with characters that are like are not responding to him, but is fully like committed to talking to them, which is like very interesting to me, especially compared to like Honkai, where like the captain doesn't exist. Um, and the story, even especially like right now, I really like the story that we have with Selena about you, the commandant, and Ayla, an artist,
Mhm.
investigating a story that a character wrote and trying to understand her. And as the story goes on, you find out her fate, her tragic fate. And then at the end, you finally find where she is. And it is really touching because like they find where she is. They get videotape of her and she's just looking up in the sky, staring at the stars. It's like very like simple story, but very beautifully told in interesting ways in gameplay. So I think very highly of Punishing Rain Raven.
Yeah, I can definitely very much agree with that too. I did like how like yeah, like you said, the commandant has a presence
Yeah.
in the story. He's not just kind of like a hey stand-in for yourself that doesn't really do too much type of deal.
Yeah.
He does have a sort of presence in the game. Like for yeah, FGOs like MC is very I guess like very
He's there
standard
for
pro tag.
jokes.
He's very standard yeah standard pro tag. Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't really have
Yeah.
too much of a presence. He's just kind of there just to give some
Uh,
type of person that type of deal. Yeah.
one part of the main story is like really interesting is that at one point the main character gets hospitalized and in a coma, but and the story is telling through all the his units is being
Mhm,
told through the units and showing how much they care about you, but also like how much like despair they're going through and how much trouble they're going through
Isn't
without
it
you. They're
from?
full blown characters who are experiencing their own adventures without you, and they're like they don't need you to be around. They could be their own characters, which is really well, especially when it's focused with Liv, where her
mhm.
journey
Oh yeah, you're
leading to
talking
the
about
new
the
unit.
last patch with Love, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
we're leading to her like new unit, and you find out what she like. You find out like why she believes, like what she wants out of the world, what she like was willing to do for like everyone she loves, and like
Not
compared
as
to
a
like with Lucia, who like has like who in a journey of like of emotional robot, find slowly learning to be human, which is really well done. Even like
and
they're all simple and very done well. That's why
Mhm.
I think highly of that game.
Yeah, I
mm,
definitely yeah, I do like how yeah, they all have like very like, they're not one-dimensional characters is really
No,
what I'm trying to say here.
they're
Yeah.
really they know they have a theme of like
Mhm.
humanity in that game, and they push it like constantly. telling that story constantly.
Yeah, and I do. I also do love like how they like I mentioned this many times in my previous PGR streams that I've done in the past. But yeah, I do like how the devs definitely take some creative risks with the game itself, whether it's the gameplay or the story, and it just so that it doesn't get too samey for too long, as some of these other like action games kind of tend to fall under in the mobile market after some time and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might hate some of their decisions. Like recently, I hated the whole survival thing. But even then, I still enjoyed that. That had like an interesting story of characters surviving. If you
hmm
read it, if you didn't go through it, if you read the story they're like finding, like it's really sad, but really interesting.
Yeah, and like I mean, yeah, like you said, yeah, some of the decisions they take with their gameplay choices, I
Yeah.
may not agree with, but I think I'd rather
Mm,
take devs that would actually be willing to take these chances and try out new things rather
mm.
than some that just stay, be like, oh, we'll just keep it as
Looking at
is.
this
That's
like
a bit
granddaughter.
deal. Yeah.
Whereas
Granddaughter.
I hated this patch for PGR.
Yeah.
And then there
I
one, I fucking hated that one. So boring.
really hated the maze. The maze was
Yeah,
sucks.
the maze, but
I
yeah, that
still
was
hate it.
annoying.
It's
I mean,
like
this
the
one was
most
fine. It's
gameplay.
just like the near and then dispatch I just did not like, and I just made me like lose a little bit of motivation with PGR a bit.
Yeah, I did hear like yeah that one the maze thing. Apparently, like in some future patch, they kind of just nuke that concept or something like that. That's a bit deal. So it's like yeah. But yeah, the maze was definitely not fun to go through though.
Yeah, I still don't understand it. I just clicked through it and I got to the end.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up with our final question of the day here. Yeah, I guess best gacha role as Alex said, or I guess most memorable one. Alex, do you have any that stood out to you? If you don't, that's
Um,
fine. No, yeah.
there's two, different grade order. I
Mhm.
one ticket, um, Merlin, and then one ticket Scotty.
Oh
Oh,
no, yeah,
nice.
dang! You got the
Uh,
you got the meta units off of just single tickets. That's actually
Yeah,
really
immediately.
impressive.
My luck just goes down when it's melt.
ah,
I wasted 800 square quartz on that chick.
Oof.
It,
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
Jean Alter was my bane there. I could never pull her on her 3 banners during the time I was playing. One that I even threw, I actually threw 150, like $150 into it, and still didn't get her. And all that. So now it's like at that point I was like, I think this ship has just sailed. It's not happening. That type of deal. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could have. Well, you have summer, so that counts as something.
It's not the same. Everyone has that. Yeah,
I told you one time you didn't want. You just accepted it as it is. It's like, no, you
yeah.
have to get the Avenger
Yeah, I
version.
mean, I have to settle for the cheap discount dollar market one.
Wow,
Type of deal. It's like,
my heart.
no, yeah, I mean, I like the design of it. Just everyone else has that too, so it's like, that's a deal. But no, yeah, for me, my best gacha roll, or probably to this day, is still the Musashi NP5 one. That's a
ooh,
bit
Oh,
deal.
I remember that stream so fucking well.
Yeah, like I had 500 SQ and I ended up pulling 4 copies of her. That's a deal. In that one, it was actually yeah. I streamed all the roles and all that, and I was just like, and it was just like it was like very magical. Just like going through the course, it's like, oh my gosh, she keeps coming home. I actually pulled more Musashis than I did SRs, which are very impressive there.
Oh yeah, her SR. Oh yeah, her SR at the time was like Tomoe, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, like yeah, because like yeah, I think I got 3 copies of her, and then like, but I had 4 Musashis, so it was like yeah, it was a nice like yeah, that was a nice session. I definitely it didn't the other one similar to Alex. I remember like it was like yeah, I pulled Merlin off a single ticket. I remember during that time like that because my housemate he was lamenting the start of the Buster era on it. That's how it is. So like when I pulled Merlin off the single ticket, I ran to his room. It's like, oh, it's like yeah, I was like, oh, it's gonna happen or something like that. I remember I was like, it's destiny. That was what I told him. I think. and then and then it was just amusing afterwards, like a bit petty, but like I think shortly after I think shortly after the Merlin event or whatever, maybe it was during that time, they had the Dante's Tower or whatever. And there's one with Amakusa in there. That's how I deal. And like yeah, there's one of like Amakusa, and I think like Amakusa was one of the banners, and my housemate really loves Amakusa. So he like threw a bunch of sync course and it didn't get him. That type of deal. Didn't get him. When he fought against Amakusa in the tower, like that he added insult to Amakusa, added insult to injury by nuking his entire team in the tower and making him fail that level right there. And then he watched me do it, and I just buster meted it through brute force, which like made it just like walked back to his room without saying a word afterwards. But yeah,
You just like to make your roommate salty, don't you?
like how do I put it? Like without going too much in detail, too much in depth of it. But yeah, like he's the type of guy where like you always love to see him on the negative end of things. You know, when it comes to like he has the most amusing reactions. Like when we play fighting games like that, everyone hopes that he loses. And when they watch him, that's a big deal. They cheer for him to lose. Is what it is.
Yeah,
And
damn dude.
yeah.
I want to do the he did like a 3-star, 3 SCE run in the game, and I'm like, oh shit, I want to do that. That's what if I ever go back to Fang Grand Order, I want to do that.
Just
Yeah.
come back in summer 4. Who's the
No,
next
never.
summer event? Not even for Okita? Damn.
No, I already have her. I already have a figure.
I'm talking
There
about
you go.
I'm talking about summer Okitan, but alright.
What about you, Cole? You have any memorable best gacha rolls, something like that?
Best? Oh my gosh. I guess the one that sticks out to me right now it's probably Arknights. When I was like
Ooh.
just starting playing Arknights. So there was like when you start out, there's like 2 banners. One that's like a guaranteed 6-star, and there's one beginner banner. So when I rolled on the beginner banner, I got apple pie. Oh my, her nickname is Apple Pie because she always says Apple Pie. I don't remember her
Oh,
actual
okay.
name. Yeah, it's the
Popan.
red. It's the red hair, short hair, red hair girl with what's it, a sniper rifle? Or
Exudia or something?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got her. She was one of the best. Still is actually the best unit one of the best units in game.
Oh, she's still meta. Okay.
Yeah, she is
Wait,
meta.
wasn't
Yeah.
she one like the early game units? Like, I mean, not,
Yeah.
when I say early, I mean like on launch.
She was
Yeah.
part of on launch.
She's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Much, and she is meta.
She is
Yeah,
still in the
very nice.
trailers, like
Yeah, she
still.
aged
Yeah.
pretty well then. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like
And then
Age
and then on the 6-star banner, I think I was streaming this. Yeah, I was streaming this, and then one guy was telling me, "Yeah, just trust me, just roll on it. You'll get one of the best units in game." And one of the units I was aiming for was Silver Ash.
Yeah, so for her.
Yeah, Silver Ash, and he's kind of meta, but there's other units that could replace him now.
So you
at the
kind of
time.
bit
Yeah,
falling
it's
off.
hot.
Oh,
He is
God.
hot. He is hot.
He is hot. That was like the main reason to get him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
and
do
he-
remember that. Yeah, yeah, I do remember him now. Yeah. Okay, that actually rings a bell now that I think about it. It's
He's a
like,
snow
Like a
leopard.
wolf,
Yeah,
I
he's a
think?
snow leopard humanoid.
wasn't he like a tank or something like
He
that?
was a
That's what
tank.
No,
I
he
do.
was. Is he a tank?
I think
He was an attacker.
he's an attacker, but I think he had a very high tank stat at the release of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was serving better as a tank than most of the tank units.
Yeah, and his third skill is like peak.
He had a trench coat or something like that.
Yeah,
didn't
he
Yeah.
had his trench coat. Yeah.
Okay.
with an,
Isn't he like a
eagle.
mafia or something? I don't know.
No, he's not mafia. He's like what's it? Shoot, what's the word? I forget the word. I forget the word. What is it?
Politician? I don't know.
No, he was like the head of like his clan.
Clan leader then. I don't know.
Yeah. And then his sister was a priestess that everyone worshipped her.
Doesn't sound
Kinda
sus
thing.
at all.
Yeah, it's it kind of sounds sus. Now I said that, but yeah. So yeah, I trust the guy. I pulled on the 6-star on stream, and yeah, lo and behold, I got Silver Ash just like that. And then yeah.
That's definitely some good old beginner's strong luck
Right.
there,
Right.
honestly.
Put up.
All right, Star, you have any memorable best gacha pulls?
Yes, I do have one. This was on stream and it is clipped on my Twitch channel.
Oh.
Because it was me and Kron, Tavern, and I think someone else. We finished playing, I think, Phantasy Star Online 2. like for the night, and we just decided to go play FGO because Okitan just like dropped after maintenance. So Tauben really, really wanted her, but he wasn't gonna roll that night because he was gonna roll when he streamed. So me and Kron were just messing around and like decided to play FGO. Kron went and rolled, and he got Okitan, and Tauben became very upset because Kron wanted Iza only. Then I was and then I was rolling, and I only really wanted Iza out the ban. I didn't really care about Okitan, and then I rolled Okitan.
It's just rubbing salt on the
Yeah,
wounds.
Tomer was really salty, but what made it worse was like literally 10 rolls later, I got another 5-star, and I was saying, "Oh no," because if I get another Okitan, Tomer's actually gonna kill himself essentially, like metaphorically,
Oh goodness.
because he was really
like that?
getting salty. But it ended up being a spook, and it ended up being envy to us Saber. And
what
Tauber
you're
was
saying is-
really upset because it's like he almost just got screwed over by 3 Ogi-10 rolls.
It sounded like he was about to cap a bitch.
He was really
God.
close. Like if you watch
Sarcasm.
the clip, you see the terror in his voice.
Oh,
Can you send me that clip?
I think I have 2 of them. I could probably send it to you later.
All right, War. What about you? What was your best Gacha rel that you can recall?
Probably when if you remember correct, if you remembered that only able to pull Tori after so many tries with her.
Oh right, you were struggling so hard to get her. It was such
I
Oh,
was
yeah, I do
flexing
remember
so hard on War that I had her.
Son of a bitch.
It was like every stream. I was like, War, you have her yet? No, I still got her. You suck.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because she kept popping up in the banners, and you couldn't get her for the longest time. Yeah.
I even spent some of my graduation money on her, and then she still didn't come home.
Oh.
I spent no money on her. I got her. Didn't want her.
You fucker.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I actually cried after I pulled her from the GSSR. I was like, victory.
Yeah, your devotion was finally rewarded.
And then I think another one was possibly recently with like how many times I pulled a 4-star in Prosekai. That was so from those ticket batters. Like Jesus Christ, my luck has been crazy.
Imagine like many rhythm games, 4 stars are the highest rarity on that. In that.
Even Cole could attest to it.
Yeah, I think it's
45
because
depends.
they only use was it the bronze, silver, gold stuff mainly.
Yeah. It really depends on the
Ah.
game.
Okay.
But yeah, the tutorial one is the most memorable one for me.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. On that. Ugh. Yeah, probably. Yeah. That's. I mean, sometimes those Unity Desire is definitely the best ones in your eyes. I remember being so happy pulling, pulling those, like I said, those 4 Musashis, and I remember the first one gave me some trouble though because I had to pull 300, but then it's like just the fact that I only had to use 500 to get the other 4 copies was like stunning for me at the time.
You pulled the last one because Naomi wanted you wanted you to.
Someone. Oh no! I
I
remember
think
like
it was
what was it?
Masaki, right? That's
Yeah,
like
Masaki I think gave me money, but then I found I still had like a I think Masaki gave me money. Then I don't remember. I remember there was some special circumstance on the actual final poll because I remember someone did donate to help me get it, but I think at the time it was like I didn't have to dip as hard into that donation to get it though, because I think right after the donation they gave me like the first 10 poll, which they gave me the final copy. You know that there, on that. Yeah. The Masaki did fund my Scotty rolls, so he gave me $100.
he funded all the Fujigamesh rolls. It was so upsetting.
Yeah, she did come home though, thankfully. But it was like, to this day, I kind of feel like, because he did it so spontaneously, it wasn't even in stream; it was just in a voice call and all that. That's a deal.
It technically was on stream because I think Tyler was streaming.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, because like I was like, actually maybe he did. Maybe
No,
he
I
did
think it was
most
on
of the
stream because I think I clipped it.
It may have been, yeah, because like because I was like, wait, how did I know he? How would he have sent me that money? You know, I
Yeah,
took
no,
my
it
deal.
was on
And
stream.
I was like,
I clipped it because
yeah,
there's a bunch
Through
of
the
clips
mail.
where we were just like talking with each other.
okay, yeah, because like because yeah, I remember like he had to send the money somehow, and I don't have like a direct donation page of any sort, so it was like, yeah,
Not gonna lie. I thought Cole was gonna bring up like the double Dantes on her 10 shot.
hey, that's actually great.
Oh yeah, that did
Lucky,
happen. Yeah.
yeah.
I was still
Yes.
flexed. I got NP3 Dantes in like under 30 sync courts.
Yeah, that is nice too. Yeah, like I
I was
said,
trying to roll for Ash for that.
ooh.
Yeah, I was trying to roll for a 4-star Ash Valhalla, and instead, I got 2 copies of Gajuna.
Yeah,
And,
2 copies of Gajuna and a copy of Bradamante.
Yeah, that was one roll, and then what Dante's one? It was, I don't remember how many rolls I pulled. You remember?
I think it was
Warren?
like it took you like 3 or 4 rolls until you got the double Dantes.
Yeah. I was aiming for Dante's, right? I
You
don't
were aiming.
remember. I
Banners
don't
were so
remember.
Yes,
long.
My head just
Banners were
yes,
so
you were
long
aiming
ago.
for
Yeah.
Dantes because I think it was because like at the time his summer outfit was out, and then
Oh yeah, I wanted to loop. Yeah. I
yeah,
remember.
it was
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the because Scotty Meta was just came out,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why you wanted Dantes. I think I
Yeah.
remember most of it. I don't remember
Yeah.
much. Been so long.
Right? That's why I don't remember.
You're old.
The game is just old.
The
That's what
game
it is.
is old.
Yeah, the
made
game is just
I
old.
made it was during like 3rd anniversary though at the time. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
even
almost
then it
like
was
at
starting to get there.
we're almost at like 6 or 7 right now in NA.
All right, but anyway, yeah, yeah, I think that's will be it for today's episode. Yeah, either way, yeah, you all take care. Have a nice day, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.